the University of Washington, we have a lot of institutional data available for analysis. But if you're new to UW, or if you're new to working with institutional data, then you may not be familiar with the tools available to help you do your work. In this video, I introduce you to the BI Portal, an online searchable catalog of institutional data tools available at biportal.uw.edu. The first thing I'm going to do is navigate to the portal URL, and I'm prompted to log in through this Microsoft security settings. And then through a standard UW NetID login. And this is the BI portal. We've designed it to be the one-stop shop for UW data tools. So you can see when I say data tools, I'm talking about these reports, visualizations, and data cubes. And in this video, I'll give you a high-level introduction to these three tool types and the kind of information that's available in the portal. The first thing I want to call out is that when you log into BI Portal, it may look different than what you see right now. We've designed the portal to be specific to each user. So once you flag favorites or view some reports, those will start to change your individualized homepage. So the first thing you see is that I've favorited some reports, and those are showing up here in this My Favorites section. We also have my recent reports, some recommended reports based on my usage, most popular, and finally reports that were recently added by the team. Again, your homepage is going to look different than your colleagues. As you start to navigate through the portal, this homepage will change. The first thing I want to show you is in the Reports tab. So here we display the full catalog of UW institutional reports. You can see we have 115, and there's different ways that you can find the report that you're looking for. The first, and the one that I recommend to begin with, is let's say you're only interested in academic reports. You can see we've now filtered this down to only the 44 academic reports that are in the BI portal. You can further search. Let's say I'm interested in current students. So this is a newer report, current student information. I'm going to navigate all the way down to this details page. There's a lot of information available on this page, and I would encourage you to spend some time reviewing it. So you can see that we divide the information up into these tabs. The first one you see is an overview. This is just a short explanation of what you get from this report. We have technical information that describes who the author was and the last time it was updated, as well as some of the source information. On some reports, we have an interpretation guide, and this is intended to answer some questions that we hear or provide some context that may not be intuitively obvious in the report. The next one is security information, and this is an important one. So in order to run a report, you're going to have E2W access. On the security information tab, we tell you the roles that have full access or partial access, as well as your specific role. The next tab is important for developers. If you want to try to recreate this report or run your own version, you can come in here and find the source query that we used to generate this report. Each time we push changes to the BI portal, we also update this query. And the last one's very important. In the last year, we've started documenting for each report any related terms that show up in that report, so that if you see something like a student's external email, you may not know immediately what that is and how it's different from a UW email, so you can click and actually navigate away from the BI portal into another tool that we support called Knowledge Navigator and find a definition for each of the terms that's referenced in this report. You can see we've started building out this content, so it's pretty robust. The last feature is this Add to Favorites button. So this is how I get a report to show up on my homepage. You can add and remove favorites. The other thing that I want to point out is as we started adding tabs and this page gets wider, we've truncated some additional tabs. So here you see recommended reports. So in your browser, if you don't see all of those tabs, it could be simply that they're truncated under this last button. So those are reports. If you want to run a report, you simply click this button. You'll navigate away from the BI portal and reporting software. In that software, you're going to have to enter your NetID login, and then you'll be able to run a report. So you can see, you go in and choose your filters, and once you've made your filter selections, view report, and the data will load in the browser. All of the data that you'll see is secure, and so I'm not going to run this report. But this is the kind of information that's available in the BI portal to give you greater context around the tools that you're using in your work. So these are reports. I mentioned this subject area filter. We have additional filters here if you're interested in only specific tables or data that's in a specific database. These filters will apply to the reports below. The next tool type that I want to demonstrate is visualizations. What you see here, similarly, is a catalog of the visualizations that are available in the BI portal. Again, you can use one of the filters to navigate, to browse down to a specific subject area. You can further search. And when you click on a particular visualization, you see similar information, but it's a little different. So here we have an overview, technical info, again, about the last time it was updated and who the author was, an interpretation guide to explain any important context, as well as a description of the filters that are displayed in the dashboard. Similarly, if you click View, you'll navigate away from the BI portal and out to our Tableau server where you can actually run this visualization. Once again, you can click to add to favorites. Just like with reports, we not only have the subject area filters, but also support group and specific project. The final tool type that I want to mention are these data cubes. Now, cubes are different from reports and visualizations. You can't actually run them in the browser. So all that we display with cubes is simple description. We tell you who the author is, and we describe the dimensions, measures, and hierarchies that are available in the cube, but you cannot actually run the cube. In order to connect to and interact with the data cube, you have to connect through some kind of an analysis tool. That could be Tableau, that could be Excel. So all we're providing here is some contextual information. In order to connect, you'll need to open up one of those tools and connect to the data source. The final thing I want to point out is this help page. So we recently introduced a new website that provides a lot of contextual information about the tools that we support, as well as some important answers to the most common questions. And this help page allows you to navigate to our website where you can find more information, including FAQs or context. Similarly, if you're exploring the BI portal, but you don't have access yet, you haven't requested or been granted a security role yet, from the Help tab, you simply click the Request Access link, and you'll come to this page which describes the process for identifying the role that you need in order to do your work, as well as we give you the process to go through in order to request a role. So that's it for this BI portal tutorial. I encourage you to go and explore the portal. Even if you don't have EDW access yet, you can still search and explore and see what tools are available to the UW data user community. It's not until you actually try to run a report or a visualization that you'll need to request access. So if you have a UW NetID, feel free to explore. And if you're ready to request access, you can follow the process through our website. Thanks very much.